Dumelang Sambonani. Hello, South Africa. A very warm welcome to a very special but very important broadcast of your number one youth current affairs show, Expressions. Now, we are on the ground. This is ground zero for us. We're in KZN in Wenen. And this is a full circle moment for this particular show because we put it upon ourselves to say, how do we answer the call around poverty and obviously young people being central and impactful in alleviating poverty? And today, it's been months, right?
Yeah.
Where we had actually put upon ourselves to say that we want to do something about a child-headed household in this particular community. And today is the official handover. But as you know, before I get carried away, Nko, this is definitely the place for you to air your views. I'm your host, Jacqueline Mapala.
Simbingile Stamgele, and I'm your host, Umxolisi Masango. Now, we are kick-starting Youth Month in true spectacular fashion. Now, a few months ago, we asked you the question if we have answers to alleviate poverty. And of course, we got a heartfelt plea from Umdeni Wakazungu, who live in this very same house, who said to us they asked for any sort of assistance. And of course, this sent waves across society where Jackie, Umphakathi where Expressions heeded the call and said we are looking forward to coming to assist. Yakumbula, the house that we showed you a few months ago, was barely in foundation phase. Well, today it's going to be unveiled, and we're so excited to be here, Muntomusha. What do you have to say about the conversations that we're having today on Expressions? Welcome to the show. And of course, as Ujek has mentioned, we're in the small town of Wenen, right in the heart of KZN. We're going to give you a bit of a background of the place that we're at. Have a look at this insert.
Kusukela ngo-2016 kuye kwakhona ungaboni ngasolinye phakathi kweyegodi ezimbili, isigodi sasenhlawe nesigodi sakhona lapha kwaMadondo. Kwaba khona ukubulalana kwabantu nokuhlaselana. Kuchaphazeleka ke nakhona lapha kuleli khaya esikulo. La okwahlukumezeka khona abantwana esebesele bodwa labo kuyibona abakhelwa lendlu namhlanje sibonayo lapha phambi kwethu. Kwabe sekuthatheka bonke abantu besifazana ababetholakala bekhona la kwaZungu nalapha eMambatheni komunye umuzi lapha ngenzansi kanye nomakhelwane bakhona. Baqoqelwa ndawonye kwabuzwa ukuthi amadoda abo akuphi. Okwagcina sekuba khona ababulawayo kibo, including lo umama walapha kuleli khaya. So impela inhlupheko lapha kule ndawo inkulu kakhulu ngoba kunabantu abaningi abaye bahamba emhlabeni ngokudutshulwa ngenxa yalempi ekhona la kule ndawo. Nakuba ke manje sithe ukuthi idamu.
Wenen has got a very strange climate. We've had a lot of things affecting business from all types, not only tourism and accommodation, even local business with the, with the faction fighting that we've had over the past and things like that. People are scared to invest. People are scared to come here for tourism, although they don't realize that what's happening is not in town, it's actually further out of town, but it's causing a lot of poverty. You know, a lot of jobs are lost. This COVID has also done us no favors. So Wenen is, from a business point of view, is struggling. The farming life is still carrying on. And fortunately, there is seasonal work for the people in Wenen, but it's seasonal. It's not a permanent job.
And of course, that is just an insert giving us a little bit of background and context around how violence has actually affected this particular community that we're putting a spotlight on. But of course, we're telling a completely different story today because we are formally and officially actually opening the home right now that we actually as Expressions had endeavored. Mamkiza, we started this journey with you. You were here when it was just mortar on the ground. It was just a small foundation. Today, it's a full-fledged home that is going to be, giving dignity to young people. How do you feel having been part of this project, but actually, most importantly, coming to the end of what it is and what it looks like today?
To me, seeing an end product, it makes me feel so good. Truth be told, the Zongo family, we are here, and I don't think it's fair for them to always live on handover. And Oandile and myself, we've decided they need something to sustain themselves because yes, the house is here. So we have decided that we need to give them something again to add up to that and to say maybe let's give them a cow, a female cow and the male cow that they will breed so that they'll be able to sustain themselves going forward, seeing that she's the eldest person who's supposed to lead the family. And I want to thank the inmates. If you look at the work that they've done here, my inmates, it's touching. One is saying that people, they can reform. And I'm pleading to everybody that is working out there to give these people an opportunity because they've done a stellar job on this house. And to thank Expressions as well. Because if you look at Expression, we just give them the money and they've accounted for everything that they've done and they've put this beautiful and amazing thing together, which as Zikhulisa, as we are celebrating our 20 years, our first house, it's amazing with so much of stakeholders and I'm very proud of ourselves and SABC. The fact that they can't always report about strategy, they can also do something that is amazing, empower and give back to the community.
How do we make sure that this is not one and only project that we actually put on the ground? I mean, what is your plans moving forward to just make sure that we have more of these handovers, especially in communities such as this, but most importantly in child-headed households?
You see, in our 20 years of celebration as the Zikhulisa Group, we will be building 20 houses by the end of the year, and we've only given out 2 so far. One that was given to you as Expression, and one that was given to Ukhozi. And I'm sure, together with you guys as Expression, we'll carry on, do more. And I think we'll partner to do more, especially if you find the place, because the basic thing, we need people that's got the land that is going to be easy for us to build for.
Yeah. And I want to throw this question to Andile. You're a young person, it's Youth Month. What does this mean to you to be part of something this big?
Well, this is basically a big empowerment. Basically helping people is what I normally do. So, Sabona with my mom, since she's doing 20 years of the big company that she has at the moment.
Yeah. So this is incredible. Mamkiza, thank you so much. Andile, thank you so very much for being part of the show and obviously being part of this amazing project that we've put together. I mean, it's up to you to sort of decide. I think clearly young people can be solutions in terms of alleviating poverty. You're watching Expressions. We'll be back right after this.
Impilo kotshala inzima kakhulu ngoba kunzima amatoha wekho.
Nasedrobheni nangikhona ukuthi uyabona imola sinayo sithenge emachayineni kusebenza amachayina. Izinto eziningi nje zilekhile nje azinaphumelelo.
Impilo yala sicela ukuba namakhansela ethi wadi newadi.
Imfula amabridge asinawo okwesi kakhulu. Yabo. Izolo lokhu bedudula ikhehla ngakhona emakhaya. Lokho kubuhlungu kakhulu kithi singumphakathi sibuke yabo.
Hayi wineni kona ahleli impela kahle. Siyakhuthuzwa sibanjwe inkunzi.
Ophethe imali ovela emholweni bakuphuca imali yabo. Cela isilungisele iwineni kube right kube grand.
Njengoba nje ngibona ngidayisa ama orange la umfowethu usebenza khona eSunvale. yabo ngiyadayisa ngidayisela umfowethu la ungcono ngibe ngaphansi kwamfowethu one amathuba omsebenzi awekho
mase mhlawumbe abantu benikwa ama-job opportunities bekhona ukusebenza.
Hayi utshwala noma mngavalwa. Ugebengu nje omngaka nje benziwa ukuphuza utshwala.
Besingathanda ukuthi uhulumeni osiphethe namakhansela asiphethe engenelele ekwazi ukuthi esixhase winene efaka ama-bridge ekwazi ukuthi efake intuthuko kube khona yonke into esifunayo esidinga njengabantu.
I guess Pinde Sinbingelele Sinamgele, you still watching Expressions, your #1 youth current affairs show. Now we continue to have conversations about whether do we have solutions to alleviating poverty. Now, ungamangali ke mbukeli we-Expressions, with the hive of activity that's happening behind us namhlanje, we've got a feel-good story for you namhlanje ku-Expressions. Now, as you do know, ukuthi umndeni wakwaZungu wasifonela siye-Expressions, wasibhalela futhi wasicela ukuthi badinga usizo, and now we are here because the help that they so asked for has arrived. And of course, I'm joined by the big guns namhlanje khona la ku-Expressions. You know how we do it khona la on your #1 youth current affairs show, joined by the Minister of Justice and Correctional Development, Ubabu Ronald Lamula, and no board chairperson wala ekhaya SABC, Ubaba UbonguMusa Makhathini. Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time and Expressions. It's great to have you. Chair, masingaqala ngawe mhlambe after seeing or hearing about iplight yomndeni wakwaZungu and deciding to say we're going to mobilize ama-producers, we're going to mobilize the SABC to do something about it. What was behind this?
Baluleke kakhulu nesigqugquzelayo njengo-SABC ukuthi fanele sibe yizwi ney'ndlebe zalabo abadelelekile nalabo abazithola bengatholi ukunakekela ney'dingo. So kithina sithokoza kakhulu ukuthi sikwazile ukuvundulula lolu daba, sakwazi ukuthi sakhuluma sancenca abantu ukuthi balule isandla ukuze kube nomehluko ozokwenzeka. Umndeni wakwaZungu manje ozwide sebe nendlu, sebe nophahla phezu kwamakhanda abo, bazolala baphephe bafudumale.
Minister Lamula, I want us to speak about assistance nene provide as correctional services. What does this mean for you as a department?
Yeah, it means a lot. As you can see, the inmates are very excited about the contribution that they've made because it's their way of paying back into society. But also it's a skills development program for them. They've now come out, perfected their art in bricklaying. And as you are aware, also the furniture that is inside the house, fully finished, it has also been produced by the inmates. So it is also a skills development program for them, so that when one day they find themselves being released to society, they've got a skill that they can use to better their life or to contribute into the society. And they will have also sent a message to society that they are being rehabilitated and they are ready for reintegration, because they are also speaking to their inner self through this contribution.
Now, Minister, I think earlier on you spoke about a very important concept, and that's a concept of restorative justice. Ukuba nama inmates who are here, around the clock, making sure ukuthi there's not only a foundation, but there was a house at the end of the day. What does this mean? Because I'm sure these are gentlemen that are about to go back into society to say, yes, we made a mistake, but sesiredi ukubuyela manje emiphakathini. What message does this send from your department?
Yeah, it sends a very important message to the victims of crime, but also the victims of crime is not only the family that was affected by the murder of their mother, but it's the whole community that has been affected. The entire community is a victim. So hence we are looking at a program that obviously, as they were busy building here, the community could see them doing their job, and there were obviously conversations starting to happen that these are people that were inside who have wronged society. They are now contributing back into society, and what can we do in terms of reconciliation, because in this community it's tense, but we are saying to all the families that have been affected by these factional battles and wars in the area, this is an opportunity for them to turn a new lease on life for peace, for prosperity, and also for tranquility in the community.
Now, Makatini, it's no secret, Tina, as a corporation, we've had a rough past couple of months. Now, this is a good story that we have to tell right now as a corporation to say we're not just an organization, but we also, on aid, we're able to come through and help you out. We've just kick-started Youth Month on Expressions. We're a youth current affairs show. What message do you give out there to the youth of the country?
Okubaluleke kakhulu ukuthi ngicacise futhi ngigqugquzele ulusha abantu abasha balelizwe ukuthi ikusasa lalelizwe isezandleni zabo. Inkinga esibhekene nazo ubunzima esibhekene nabo bufuna amakhono namandla nogqozi nomfutho abantu abasha abanalo. Kumele bayithathele bayibambele ngezandla baprovide basinikeze ubuholo obuqotho babe usize emphakathini benze umehluko benze lelizwe kube yizwe nabo abazokwazi ukuziqhenya ngalo kusasa.
Speak to us about the importance of this as we wrap up to say public broadcaster is for each and every person wherever they are.
Kubaluleke kakhulu ukuthi njengo SABC iTV senze isiqinisekiso ukuthi nabantu ababukeleka phansi nabantu abaseyindaweni zasemaphandleni ababukeka benhlwempu babe nethuba labo lokuthi balalelwe baveze uvo nembono yabo. Okubalulekile kakhulu ukuthi SABC kumele adlale indima lapho khona sithuthukisa imiphakathi sithuthukisa abantu ngendlela esebenza ngayo. Uma ubheka nje lolu daba olwenzeke namhlanje weSABC wakwazi ukuvundulula aveze isimo esibucayi umndeni wakazungu ukuphila ngaphansi kwaso. Wakwazi ukuthi ugqugquzele ucela abantu balethe iminikelo. Yile umnikelo bemanje esesiyilethi ukuthi weSABC kumele abonakale ngempela eshintsha indlela iTV esebenza ngayo neradio ukuthi abantu baphile impilo babenefit noma bahlomule enhlelweni ezenziwa kweSABC. Yiloko kusithokozisa kakhulu yiloko futhi esizimisela ukwenza siqhubekele phambili.
SABC board chair Ubabonga Musa Makatini as well as Minister of Justice. Thank you so much for your time on Expressions today. Now, as you can see, Muntomosha, what do you have to say about the conversations that we're having today? We are on Facebook as well as on Twitter, Expressions_X. And of course, Yabona, it's still very busy, a hive of activity behind me. We're taking a quick break. Siyabuya khona manje.
Kwela 2019 uma udlulile emhlabeni sasala sodwa sizingane ubaba wagula uma wadutshula lezi izimpi lezi zakhe akekho umuntu osapota la ekhaya sedlwelelile ingane ezothu kuze kube manje akekho umuntu osebenzayo nje sazama ukupatanisa lokho kuleyo mali engekho leyo mali leyo uzokuphela ngagcina lapho.
So masinilala ntambama umthatha konke la nibeke bese niba ngakho
ufunda grade 1 ufunda grade 6 ufunda matric.
Okay. 1 6 matric. Okay. So ngiyabona lokhona nama zanki ne building material like haya kuze kanjani ifike kanjani?
Umalo wayesebenza eSunvale wayethengela ihardware kwawuthi wahamba emhlabeni sakhipha sithi sizokwakha la babe babili abantu ababesebenzisa Sunvale bethu bazokwakha indlu kama wafika abantu base-SABC bezosiza kwama kanjalo ubaba ukhansela usiza ngeblocks namaflame wasethu babunjilo uzosakhela lokho salinda kuze kube manje.
Anankinga kodwa uma imvula imethe
ayinkinga mase kuthi kunengane zakwethu efunza ngabe ziyafunda ana imali yokuqasha kuphela.
You're still watching Expressions, of course, your number one youth current affairs show. And of course, we are still in KZN Laguenen. And of course, it's the official handover of this home that's obviously in the background for the Zungu family. And of course, like we were saying throughout the show, that this wouldn't have been possible without the collaboration and the partnership of various stakeholders. And one particular stakeholder that is extremely important to how this project actually came to fruition are the individuals you're seeing in the background. These are people who literally build this house with their bare hands. And now we're going to have a conversation with them just to really find out how it must be feeling for them, at least how they should be feeling right now, considering the fact that this project has come to its completion. Ngiyanamukela nonke, welcome to Expressions. Iminishani lento ukuthi niqalile this project from the ground and namhlanje iseyiphelile.
Ngokusuka ngalapho e16 engolweni. Usilula mawacheleza sibonga. Shothi engize ngikubonge ngizobonga ukubambisana nje nabaphathi. Enteni yonke siyenzile siyiqale nje kuphansi bengekho ngasho ukuthi izogcina konje egcineni. Bathi egcineni kwagcina kwenzekile. Engizokusho nje ukubodwa ukuthi njengoba sila kule ndawo siyawenza amaphutha sifunda ngawo futhi amaphutha. Kodwa masolana uyakwazi ukuthi ubambisane nobaba ufeze isidingo sakho osifisayo. Njengoba silana nje ngizocela nje abafethu abangaphandle nemphakathi engaphandle isamukele ngezandla eziright. Seshintshile manje sizimisela ukuthi masiphuma la senze okuright okudlula lokho. Ngiyabonga.
Okay. No, Siyambonga, we thank you very much for umsebenzi wenu, and of course this is obviously a second chance for a lot of you, but thank you so much. And of course I'm going to hand over to Umko, and he is going to be taking us around the home. This is the moment literally that we've all been waiting for. Handing over to Umko.
Well, Jacqueline, thank you very much for that. And of course, as you can see, I'm literally just walking into Umuzo Musha wa KwaZungu, which is a very, joyous moment for the family and members of the community at large. As you can see here, my groceries are sefigile. Literally had to build everything from scratch. There's some fit-in cupboards. There's a stove there, a fridge. Wow, this is quite something that dreams are made of, and I see the Zungu ladies. We're going to be joining them in just a little while, but I also want to take you guys through one of the other rooms that have been built into the house, which is one of the bedrooms for the girls, Jackie. As you can see, it's already been fitted with blankets. I mean, this winter is going to be chilly indeed. So as you can see again, there's also nice furniture that's been put in to the house as well. So it was not just about just putting together a house and just saying, okay, well, you'll just furnish it yourself. No, everything was done from the ground up. Bugeliwe Expressions today, but I'm so excited because we also get to chat nabo sisi bakwaZungu. Ninjani?
Yebo siyaphila.
Nathi siyaphila. Ngiyambona nijabulile namhlanje. I mean, uyakhumbula Expressions mayifika la kini eqaleni wawukhala nokukhala. Namhlanje ngibona ngathi ujabulile, ha?
Ngijabule kakhulu, ngiyabonga nisincedile. Angazi ngathi nje akubhuti umziyanda nje mhlawumbe qala ukufika naye. Because ngakubhlungu ngangathanda ukuyenza ngoba ngangicabanga ukuthi kuzophelela, kodwa ngibone ukuthi hayi Expression iyasiza nje noma ngamkhizi ukuthi naye esincede kakhulu ukuze kulandele naye bojeleke nabo bonke ke noma mme abesincede, kodwa nje buka kakhulu ku SABC kanye nomama wamkhizi nejele.
Ya ngiyanibona vele namhlanje nijabule kakhulu. Sesiwami wena sizwa njani?
Yebo ngijabule kakhulu, ngibonge kuMamkhize ngomzanda nakusipho nawe bhuti ngiyabonga kakhulu nakubaphathi bejele nebosha ngiyabonga kakhulu ngoba besinhlekisa emndenini kakhulukazi.
Usozobuyela esikolweni manje, what's your plans?
Ngijabule kakhulu nje ngoba seku right ekhaya. Ngiyathembisa ukuthi kuzoba right esikoleni, ngiyimisele nje ngibonga konke nje abasizile kakhulu. Ngibonga umndeni wakashabalala kumanwekazi akenza uhlelo sigcine sitholele indlu kwalandela abazosiza. Ngiyabonga kakhulu nje kwifamily yakashabalala.
Okay, sibonge nakini ke mantombazane, and ni enjoy indlu yenu, and of course we continue to have our conversations abalekile. Ngisabezwa ke nabaphathi bami ngendlela ekubusy ngayo namhlanje, and of course we also of course going to be continuing with all this momentous and very celebratory tone. It's back to Jackie, who is still outside. Sisayivala ke Mbugeli. Thank you so much for watching. Jackie, what do you have for us?
Thank you so much, Nko. And of course, we've come to the end of today's show. And like I said in the beginning, this is indeed a full circle moment. What we started, we finished. But I think most importantly, Expression is sending a very clear message out there that we actually can be agents of change, especially as young people. And I want to say thank you very much to all the stakeholders, the partners, the collaborators, everybody that was part of this project. And of course, we obviously celebrate and we're so excited for the Zungu family. But from Jackie and the rest of the team, we want to say adios, muchachos. Thank you so much for watching.